Come on in, friends. I'm Sarah, DIY with Crafty Sarah, and welcome to my page. Hope you're having a wonderful Monday. They roll around, don't they? Holy mackerel. Gonna find me on my page here. Hope you're having a wonderful. And we'll see who pops in. So we are going to do a Snoopy wreath. This is my transfer I'm going to be using. So I'm going to set that baby down because it's huge, and we will use it later. So this is the wreath, and I'm making it from a Christmas wreath into, oops, do I even have this on? From a Christmas wreath into a Valentine wreath. And so here we go. So we need to start, we're painting these white and Snoopy white. And you guys, I use acrylic paint. And I use daubers. They seem to work better for me. So we'll be doing a lot of painting tonight. And hopefully it turns out adorable. Welcome in. It shouldn't be horribly long, but sometimes if I'm ready, sometimes I just want to get rolling, if you get my drift. I'm just going to go around my hearts. And really, I don't have to do the inside because I'm going to glue words to the inside. Like kiss me and be mine and all the things, you know, like conversation hearts. This is not a kit that I cut out. My laser is down, as most of you know. So my friend cut it out for me. So if you'd like a kit, let me know and I'll get you the information. I feel like it was around, I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there. I think it was around $27 or $28 by the time it was shipped. So I think we're going to get that dried real quick. So how was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend? We had a busy, it's always busy. Always busy. Our grandkids keep us hopping. And I had to work. Most of you know that my husband's a funeral director. Well, I create the folders for his funerals. So we had a funeral today, so I had to make that folder this weekend. So I was busy. I did that on Saturday, and then I volunteered on Saturday. And I thought, you guys, that the thrift store would be slow on Saturday because it was freezing cold outside. It wasn't. It's amazing how people will come out. They'll come out, rain or shine. I mean, I don't even know what the temperature was, but oh my good gravy, it was cold. It was cold. So I'm just going to put another coat. These kind of have a tendency to get brown around the edges because they were laser cut. So it takes like 2 or 3 coats to get white kind of where I want it to be. And that's why I daub it with these daubers, because it seems like the paint goes on just a little bit thicker. I might be crazy, but I think that's how it works. It does kind of leave a texture, but I kind of like that texture. And if you go back when they're getting closer to being dried and hit them, it'll get that. It kind of tones out that texture a little bit. But I'm okay with it. I'm totally okay with it. So did anybody do anything fun this weekend? We went to a ball game on Friday night, and it was a little bit sketch. The weather was. We had to go about 15 miles to another school for our granddaughter. Hi, Diane. And it was a little slick coming home, but we didn't slide. But you could just see the crystally stuff on the. How's the weather where you're at, Diane? Hi, Chris. Is Estes snowed in? When I saw the Denver Broncos playing the other day, I thought their weather's better than our weather. Maybe it wasn't, though. So this is a Snoopy Christmas wreath that Chocolatier came out with, but we've converted it into a Valentine wreath. So think outside the box. Sometimes you can change things. You know, they don't always have to be what you think they have to be. But we're just going to do one more, and then I'm going to call it. It's going to be good enough. Whatever it is, it's going to be good enough. May not be as white as I want it, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Snoopy looks pretty white. So he can be, you know what, I'm going to move the camera just a skosh. I want you guys to see I wanted you to see that wreath, the heart up there. I wish we could get more of what you could see. Hi, Mark. Wish you could see more of the stuff I make. All right, so I think we're good. So then, you know, I want to make this red because Valentine's red, but then I'm like, no, I don't want to make it red. I want to make it pink. But do I want to make it a dark pink, like a hot pink, or like a cotton candy pink? Which pink do you think? Which of these three? Light, dark, or medium? Light, dark, medium. You guys decide. Let me know what you think. I'm going to close that and set that there. And these, they have writing on them, so I'm going to do those with makeup sponges. And I want them to be like light pink, light green, medium. That's dragon fruit. I love dragon fruit. It's kind of a fun pink. This is called Purple Cow, just like a pretty lavender. And this is called Sage Mint. And then I have a baby blue and a duck yellow, baby duck. Hi, Carly. How are you? Are you freezing your wazoo off? Oh my God, it's so cold here. I do Vegas next week. Next week, at this time, I'll be sitting in the airport. This one has the thing broke off. So I'm going to pour it out of here. Yep, this time next week I'll be sitting in the airport. And I bring out coffee filters. And that's what I use to dab my, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'll just alternate those. So the reason why I'm using these makeup sponges, you guys, is because these have some engraving on them, and I don't want to have to go over the engraving with a pen. I could, but I don't really want to. So I'm just going to use a makeup sponge to lightly go over them. So it's better to put several layers than to put one heavy layer, so that you can still read. See how you can read the XOXO on that one? Hi, Lori. My oldest brother is here. Go figure. I'm just going to do pink. And this is all done on birch. This one was. My friend cut it out, and she cut it out on birch. Because this is bigger than what our MDF is, so she had to do that in birch. My laser isn't big enough for that. Mine isn't 18. Mine can only go 12 inches wide, 20 inches long. And this is more than that. So like I said, if you want this kit, I can get you the information. I think it runs around, I think it runs around $27 or something. And I feel like that was shipped. I think it's like $18 or something, and then it ships. I should be doing one of each of these when I do each of these. What am I thinking? I'm not. No, Diane, you know what? Hi, Linda. My brother came and worked on it. My youngest brother did. Bless his heart. I'm telling you, he has absolutely busted his butt trying to fix it for me. And what it came down to was, I need a new RF tube. And that is the tube that runs it, I guess. And that is a mere $1,500. So I'm going to have to do some saving for that, because I don't have that just sitting around, unfortunately. I would have if they would have gotten back a few weeks when I was doing craft shows. So I'm going to grab some more makeup sponges. You guys, I just get these at the Dollar General. And then when they dry, when like this dries, I just cut it off. Simple and easy. Yeah, I was so sad. So sad. And he was so sad for me too. If he would have had $1,500 laying around, he would have gave it to me. But he doesn't. So there's that. You know, and I only have, I'm so disappointed because it's not under warranty, because they said that, no, hey Gwenny, it's not under warranty because they say that it's only under warranty for 12 months, and I think that's BS. But I only have 12 or 8, I have 285 hours on my laser that I've used, and it should be good for like 2,000. But they came back with, well, it doesn't really matter how many hours, it's how hard it was used. I'm like, really? You have excuses for everything. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to have to buy a new RF tube. And this isn't my time of the year for craft shows. So I don't do that great in the spring. I mean, I do okay, but not like fall, you guys. Fall and winter, oh my gosh. I could have sent the money in a second, but not now. So I have blue. Let's see, I need yellow. Oop, gonna have to. And my husband was like, "You are not putting that on a credit card." So he would kill me if I did that. So I can't do that. So I have to save. So it might be a day or two. Or 3 or 4. And they do give you back $500 on, because, so what they're doing is sending me a refurbished, and, what the heck? They're sending me a refurbished, and that makes me a little nervous, but I guess. And then you send yours back in, they send you a box, and you send yours back in, and so, and then they give you $500 back. But they're running on your $500 for how long? I said to my brother, how long do you suppose that's going to take them to, you know, because they have to send me the box, then I have to box it up and send it back, and then they, of course, they won't credit you until they get it back, which I don't blame them, but the way our mail is, holy moly. When I order a part from them, it takes forever to get it. On the 2 things I've ordered, and you guys, the 2 parts that I've ordered, they get here and they're wrong. They aren't even what I ordered. I think I've been beyond patient. I really do. Okay, you guys, I think those are, I think I'm going to call it on those. I'm wondering if I should sand them because they are birch. And birch kind of, I'll feel them when they dry. So we're going to go with the darker pink on the bow. Oh, I'm excited, Carly. I'm ready to go. I've had enough stress. Oh my God. I'm like over it. Between my kid and my laser, I've had about all I can stand. Then of course my face breaks out with these big old cold sores. And I went to the doctor today just for a checkup. And she said, and I go see my kidney doctor tomorrow. And she goes, so you have some cold sores? And I go, yeah. I'm like, duh. She's looking at me. And then I go, she goes, do you want me to give you some medicine for them? Or can you take it? And I said, nope, I can't take it. And I said, my kidney doctor, that was one of the drugs they took away from me, was my cold sore pills. So when I got a cold sore, I would take that medicine like right away when I started feeling the hurt. And it would catch it sometimes before they'd even bust open, or they'd bust open and go away really quick. Well, yeah, that's not happening. Seems like they've been on my face for a month, but they haven't. Hopefully they'll be gone by next week. I'll have to go to Vegas looking like I've got issues. And I'm going to get to go see the Wizard of Oz. I'm excited. We're going to go to the Sphere. So I'm going to set these all here because I'm just going to let those dry out, you guys. And I'm going to get rid of this. I think everything, I'm going to set this over on my table. Get it out of my face. And then we're going to do this. And this is the wreath. Oh my gosh, there's like a plug right there. Ah. And so I want to do this in shades of green. I want to sponge it, you guys. So I'm going to use Well, I thought I was going to use a real sponge. Let me look. Let's see. Is it right here? I feel like it should be right here. Let me look on my table real quick. I've got the other kind of sponges, but I kind of wanted, here we go. And I don't know if it even makes a difference. But it's a sea sponge. It's a real sponge. So I want to, let me see. So these are the 3 greens that I chose. And I feel like I'm going to paint it with this dark green, and then we're going to sponge these 2 greens on it. So let me grab a sponge brush. We're just going to paint this dark green. And Snoopy and the bow are over here. Ooh, there must be a big old goober in that. Not under warranty, Lori. That's probably the most disappointing. So weird, because then I said, well, what is under warranty? And I printed it out, and it says that the machine is under warranty for 2 years. And one time I sent them a message a couple of weeks ago, and I said, I think it's time that you honored your warranty. And they were like, and replace the machine? And I'm like, well, it doesn't work. And they're like, well, we can start to send parts before that. Well, I thought they meant they would send the part, like they would cover sending the parts. Never even thought that I'd have to pay for the parts. Yeah, I'm so naive. So naive. So trusting. I told him, I thought I did my homework. I felt like, then I talked to my friend Jamie, and she goes, I want to go up there and I want to bless them out, is what she said, which you know what she meant. And I was like, I wish you could, but you can't. Okay, so I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to see if it feels rough, and then we'll lightly sand it. And you know what? I don't even care if it's not covered that well, because I'm going to sponge the gajibas out of it anyway. Holy mackerel, what is... There must be a big old something. Oh yeah. Let's see what it is. I don't even know if they did, Lori, but you know what? I probably wouldn't have bought it anyway, because I don't really believe in extended warranties. But like John, you know, here's my husband has been, oh boy, that's nasty. My husband has sold furniture for 40 years. A guy that was never in retail in his life. And we bought this, we didn't buy it at first. That's just been in the last few years. He has always stood behind his product. And I mean to tell you, if somebody buys a bed and they get it home and they don't like it, they bring it back. If somebody gets a recliner and the handle breaks, he fixes it. And there's never a charge. The only time he charges is like on these electric chairs. And I don't even think he does that. Because sometimes I'm like, seriously, dude, you cannot give everything away. And he'll come to their house and he'll fix it. And so he thinks that if you sell a product that you stand behind, if it's worth a crap, you shouldn't have to give an extended warranty. And it wasn't like I paid peanuts for this machine. So, and I tell you, my brother Todd he knows more about this machine than anybody should ever have to know about this machine. I go, man, you know more about this machine than anybody. And he goes, yeah, well, he goes, I keep hoping maybe one of these days they'll ask me to work for him. And I go, well, they should, because holy mackerel. I don't even know if I want to dry this before I start sponging it. You know what? I don't think I do. So I don't even know if this is going to look all right, but in my mind, I hope it does. I just know that I want it to have dimension. I don't want it just to be flat, you know? So it can sort of, kind of look like it might be, sort of, kind of. We'll get a fatter part of them. But you can always go back in with your dark too. I'm not even sure if that's going to show in there, but so it just kind of has, let's see if this one, yeah, that's a little bit different. That we don't have to really get crazy about that one. I kind of like that, you guys. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. All right, I think that's going to be good. I'm going to get that dried up, and I'm going to get this out of our way. Hope I remember where all this stuff is when I go to make that freezing walk across the sidewalk back into the house. Let me tell you, it's cold. Yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward to going to Vegas and just getting away. And like I said, this has been stressful. And you guys, I'm going to, and I think I told you this too, I'm going to get home on Friday night. And then I'm going to get my car from my daughter's, which she's about 20 miles from the airport. And I will drive to Omaha, which is about 2 hours from there. So hopefully I can get to her house by 9 and get gone and go to Josh's house. And I'm going to watch his boys until Monday morning. Him and Anna are going to go to San Francisco. They were going to go to New York, but she chickened out. It was too cold. And I don't blame her. I see people in the Today Show and they look like they're freezing to death. They're going to go to San Francisco just so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they fly home Monday. He has some free miles and I think a free points for a hotel. And he just didn't want them to go to waste. And he's talked to his transplant doctor. And they say that he can go, and actually, he's going to take a test next Wednesday. And I think that is going to be the last test on the transplant test. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm just going to see if I have any tons of paint on the side. There really isn't that much. So I think I'm going to take this off of here. These little hearts. So I'm going to be hitting the ground running. So I won't. I'll be on vacation and then come home and they get to go on vacation. Which I'm glad I can do it. Seriously. they need a reprieve too. It's been pretty stressful for those guys. I can't imagine. Okay, now I need my glue. Wonder if this one will work. We'll see here. We'll see. Get the drippy nose syndrome. Every time I go live, I get the drippy nose. You know, those are kind of rough. I'm going to grab my little gator sander. And actually, I'm going to change my... This says 600. That's pretty dang fine. So they're just going to get a little, I mean, it takes a little and nothing to smooth them out. It just kind of makes the fibers on the wood stand up when you're using birch, real wood. I mean, you can really tell the difference right away. What about these? Yeah. That probably wasn't the wisest move. Because now I have pink all over my sander. And I'm going to do those white ones. Let's see what happens. No, I guess we're okay. These probably have enough paint on them to... So then my idea is going to be, do I hook it all together and then... I think I'm going to try that. Okay, let's take these conversation hearts. And I don't know, do you think I should distress around the hearts, the words? I mean, I could ink around the words. I mean, around the heart. Just so it's stands out a little, maybe? I don't know. But then it'll make, I don't think so. Hi, Denise. How are you? That's not going to come out. Let me grab my big one. When you don't use them, they get plugged up. Even had a pen in it, but it's still got plugged up. Trying to get the pen back in there when your eyesight is like not the greatest. That's what the 60s get for you. I'm about to enter my last year of my 60s too. Is that nuts or what? Holy mackerel. How in the heck does time go by so fast that before you know it, you're going to be 70? Which I'm not this year. I got one more year. But next month is my birthday month, and I'm going to be 69. Like, how did that happen? I mean, it's a good thing that it happens. You're grateful for every day. And let me tell you, after the years I've had, I'm not kidding you. Kidneys crapped out, and then 2 years later, I'm in open heart surgery. So I went from dialysis to open heart. Okay. Let's see here. I need to get that off of there. That's got some. And this color pink is called dragon fruit. I love it. Oof, I know, but I'll get it on my sweater. Should have changed, but I was too lazy. Too lazy to change. Holy macaroni, I got paint all over the edges of this thing. Yeah, I'm grateful for every day, because my husband tells me, he goes, I'm pretty sure that if you would have stayed around here one more day with your kidney thing, you'd have been dead. I'm like, well, that's awesome. Thanks for that. Thanks for that reminder. Okay, so that is going to go right there. So I'm wondering, should I glue it on and then, or should I do the, oh man, I got pink on there. Or should I do the stenciling and then put it on there? Then how is that going to work for my, and these just go random, like filling in some spots. Do you think I could do it with my, this is my transfer. So what we're doing basically is outlining Snoopy and the wreath and the bow. We will not put these little circles in there. Those are for Christmas. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm like, did I forget one? It's 60s in Vegas. I'm looking forward to that. The 60s sound pretty darn good to me. Pretty darn good. I told my friend Chris today, maybe I should start a GoFundMe page for my laser. Just kidding. Just kidding. Because so many people start GoFundMes for so many things. Okay, let me see here. Oh my gracious. Whew. You know what? I gotta fuzz that. I've already decided I'm gonna have to do that. Gonna have to do them separately, pretty sure. So what I do is I take out a couple fuzzing cloths and I just lay them right on here. Hi, Cheryl. So I'm just doing the Snoopy wreath, Cheryl. Did you get one of those? Are you doing it too? Or I don't even know that you do chalk sugar. No. Yeah. That's what my husband said, Cheryl. He goes, you've had two of them and they've both been pieces of crap. I said, they are two different companies. And I had to tell him that twice for him for it to get in his head. Because he said that same thing to me 2 separate times. I'm like, dude, one was a Glowforge, one is a Thunder. So, yeah. Yeah, my Thunder is going to be out for a while because I gotta earn some money. So I've been painting kits that I had cut previous to this, and it's been fun though, getting things. Actually, I did one today. I did an Easter one today. Let me show you. It turned out pretty stinking cute. So I've got the file, but I can't cut it out right now. It's this little carrots. Isn't that cute? I thought it turned out adorable. 3 carrots. Then you fuzz this and you get all kinds of crap on your stencil. Come on. That's a big old hunk of something. Looks like a big old piece of paper. Like newspaper. Okay. Okay, so let me think a minute. Get this over here. Oop, my box of Sweet Annie just fell. So I have Sweet Annie seeds all over the floor. Smells good though. Okay, so I'm going to put my bow under here and my Snoopy. And I need to figure out how this goes in here. So this will give my bow dimension. I feel like okay, you guys, I might try it on the whole wreath. Let's get Snoop Dogg over here. Never even thought about Snoop Dogg and Snoopy. Snoop Dogg is Snoopy. I've been watching The Voice. You know, let me see this for a second. Wonder if I glued that down. I might. I think I'm going to try it. We're going to see. I'm going to stick this baby up here for a second. We're going to glue this down and we're going to see what happens. We're going to experiment. Because we can. My husband or my brother said, he goes, "You're laser cursed." And I go, I am. I am. And now that I've had it, I want it, you guys. I want it. And I just started Craft Around the Clock so I could do my kits on there and sell them. There's so many things. And here's the deal, you guys. Like probably a week or two before my laser crapped out, I thought to myself, well, I suppose one of these days my laser's going to crap out. And then I'm going to be so sad. And that's exactly what happened. So sometimes I think I shouldn't think things because I swear that's when they happen. I should have just not thought that. So you do need to do in here because okay, I guess that's just how it's going to be. I'll scoot him down a little bit. Okay. We're just going to go with it, you guys. So I won't put the hearts on because, and then I guess I'm like, so the outside of this would be black because there is a See, it's got the outside of the wreath. Oh, that worked out much better. But it's not going to get in there. That I don't even care. Don't care. So there is like lines in between Snoopy, and so it would be like these lines. I don't even know. Seriously, I don't even know that you need to have those lines on there, but I guess I'm going to do them. You know, like in here and then out here, because it doesn't even quite get on there, and it's done in black. Then I thought about, do I want, of course Snoopy I want black. Okay, we're gonna let it rip. Let's see what happens. No, Cheryl, it's not. Yeah, it's they say that they think that it's the RF tube. So it's a $1,500 fix. So for me, it might as well be $1 million. I'm not lying. So it's going to take me a while to get that saved. They say it's not under warranty because they said that the RF tube's only warranted for 12 months. But the machine is warranted for 2 years. So what's that mean? So I guess if I get the RF tube and that's not it, then maybe it's the machine? I don't know. Every time Todd came, I kept thinking, oh, we're going to get it this time. We're going to get it this time. No, we didn't get it this time. And I'm telling you right now, he tried so hard. He wanted it to work for me so hard. I'm disappointed in Thunder. Very disappointed. So I'm just going to go ahead and go around the outside. I'm not going to get those circles, and I got some bubbles. I'm going to hope that those bubbles don't bother. You know, I have friends that have lasers and they don't have any trouble. I'm like, why do I have to have trouble? It's like, what the heck? So sad. So sad. It broke my heart. Broke my heart. Okay. We're going to pull this up and we're going to pray. We are going to say a little prayer. Oh, that turned out cute. I hooked onto the... But look, I peeled that paint off of Snoopy. I peeled a little paint. So, what'd I do with that? Oh, it's underneath here. Like, what'd I do with my backer sheet? So I'm going to set this on the backer sheet and set it over here on the floor. And I think I'm going to spray it with just my water, just to keep it wet. How to get it clean. That just helps when I go to clean it. That turned out pretty good, you guys. And actually, this in here, well, that brush sure as heck isn't going to work. Wow, that's a bad brush. That is a bad brush. careful because I'm just gonna, it was kind of puddled there, so I'm just gonna go into my bow and right here too. Just gonna get that line on the edge so it looks like it went all the way. That turned out pretty dang cute. I mean, it even got the little nubby on Snoopy, which I didn't think it would, but it did. So now, let's dry it so I don't ruin it. So these little hearts just get randomly put on there. Be mine. Kiss me. Cutie. Love you. And XOXO. Kisses and hugs. I wasn't sure that I would like that black around there, but I do. And it didn't get quite in here, but you could do that too if you wanted to. Because in all seriousness, you're just going around the outside edge. So do we even, I'm going to be a little bit sparingly about what I do with these. I don't think I need all these on here. Hi Cindy, how are you? We're just doing a Snoopy. So these three I'm not going to use. I don't think that I need that many hearts. So I'm going to glue this all down. Are you in Texas, Cindy? Did you get to travel yet? If you are, I'm a little jealous. Winter has arrived. We are so spoiled that this year, holy cow, we haven't had any significant snow. And we barely had, we've been in the 60s, and we have really barely had freezing temperatures. Do I not have a green? Oh, I don't have a green. You're right. Thanks, Cheryl. Maybe I'll put the green one over here because it's a little bit bigger. Thank you. I almost didn't even need this one, but do you think pink's too much down there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would make them odd. I can move that one up just a skosh. Maybe I'll stick that pink one right there. Oh, maybe I won't. It went under. It went under. That's pretty dang cute, isn't it? Yeah, I could not have cut this out on my laser anyway. This is too big for me. So then, do we want to just use jute in the holes, or should we use wire? I was thinking jute, but sometimes I don't know. I think that's adorable. What do you guys think? Cute? Oh, you go in March. Oh my gosh. You're gonna you're gonna get to experience the coldness then. Let me see what I have I have red wire. Would that be cheesy? That might be cheesy. I have this gold. I don't have any black. What I have in black is rusty. Like, I need to get some black wire. But I could use this gold and I could switch it out when I want to. Right? Turned out cute, didn't it, Cheryl? I sponged it. When I saw Darlene do hers, I thought, ooh, I think I would sponge it. And then she said, I think maybe I'd sponge it. And I was like, yes! That's what I was thinking. So I would take this up here, and then I'll take a brush and curl that down. I don't know how much, but if I had white wire, it would be pretty too. Or pink. I don't think they made pink, but I think I want to paint Snoopy's nose black, though, shouldn't I? I saw today on Facebook that there was a couple that lost their little dog, and they found it. Like, you know what, I'm gonna, this always seems backwards to me. Why does that seem like it's backwards to me? It was so cute. The dog had been gone for a while, like weeks, and was like, had a broken leg, you guys. Had a broken leg. But they got it back. I don't want that to be like crazy tall. So I'm going to snip some of that off. So again, you guys, my friend cuts this kit out. If you want this kit, let me know and I'll get you the information. Like I said, I could not have cut this out on my laser regardless. It's bigger than my laser is. But I thought it was so dang cute. I wanted one. There we go. Adorbs. Although I do think that I want to paint Snoopy's nose black real quick. Don't you think? I think. And I'm just going to use chalk paste. Because it's here. And actually, since I got it out, I'm going to go here on these spots that because the dog is there, I couldn't get that black right in there, but I will make it look like I got right in there. There we go. And then kind of around Snoopy. So cute. Oh my goodness. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are a Snoopy lover, this one is the way to go. It's adorable. All right, guys, I think I'm done. What do you think? I know. Me too. Me too. And I keep thinking maybe someday that dog will come back, or somebody will, something will happen and she'll get her back. That would be awesome. Wouldn't that be a wonderful day? Oh my goodness. Yeah, and that's what it was, Lori. It was a Christmas wreath. So cute though, isn't it? I think it's adorable. I love that. I love it. I love Charlie Brown, but I'm not like a nut about Charlie Brown. But these things that Chocolatier has been coming up with are adorable, and this making the Christmas wreath into a Valentine wreath is awesome. All right, guys, have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you so much. Tomorrow night, Chloe has a ball game, so I won't be here. Actually, I have to go to the doctor at home. My appointment was at 9:20, and they called me and said, we double booked. Could you come at 4:40? I'm like, apparently they're squeezing me in at the very last minute. He's going to be wore out by the time he sees me. But anyway, thanks, Diane. Thanks, Lori. Thanks, Denise. She loves peanuts. So I have to go to the kidney doctor tomorrow at 4:40. And I have seen my results, and they're still crappy because my kidneys are crap, but they haven't gotten any worse. So I'm just keep plugging away, you guys. I just keep plugging away. So I'm, my kidneys are 4th stage kidney failure, but I don't need to be on dialysis. Praise Jesus. So I'm good. I'm good. I know, me too, Cheryl. I wonder. I'm kind of curious about that. So I'm excited to see. So Chocolatier partnered with Peanuts. They partner with Tiffany Thiessen, and then Debbie Westbrook is one of our top sellers, and she has a line. But they are going to they have some new partnerships that are going to come next year with our launch, I think, in February. So I'm anxious to see what that's going to be all about. It'd be interesting to see. So you guys have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you all for coming in, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much, guys. Ooh, wouldn't Disney be awesome? That would be fantastic, Cheryl. Alrighty, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.